Good evening, folks. Welcome to another session of Vedic Astrology series. Today we're going to talk about Jupiter transit, which happened on 12th of September 2017. The biggest planet, the most benevolent planet, has moved from Kanya Rashi to Tula Rashi on 12th of September 2017. This transit is essential to be studied because Jupiter is one of the most benevolent planet in the universe. He's the universal protector, and that's the reason he's called as Brihaspati. Jupiter rules the 12th house of Kalapurusha, the Moksha Sthana, and also the 9th house of Kalapurusha, which is Dhanush, which is the Bhagya Sthana. So the Bhagyadipati transiting once in a year is usually studied. Also, this transit is essential and has to be studied along with transit of Saturn. Saturn has moved from Scorpio to Dhanush. It had moved and now it actually has moved back to Scorpio, and finally it's taking a final toll to settle down in Dhanush on 26th of October. So I'll touch base on the Karakatva of Jupiter, the Karakatva of Thula, and then move on to the individual Rashi results. Jupiter is the Dhanakaraka and also the Santanakaraka. Dhanakaraka, one who signifies wealth. Santanakaraka, signification of progeny, which means if in a chart, if Jupiter is strong, the person is guaranteed of better experience even if there are some ups and downs in life, which is why Jupiter is called as Brihaspati. Brihas means universe, Pati means protector, the universal protector. Dravinam Dehi Chittam. Jupiter rules the metal gold. He signifies cash transactions. He rules the places where there is wealth and cash flows. There are 10 different qualities of a person who is Jupiterian in nature. Dhruti, Dhamma, Kshama, Astheyam, Shaucham, Indriya Nigam, Dhi, Satyam, Vidya, Akrodham. With all these 10 qualities, a person can come out of any kind of situations, irrespective of any hurdles. I can go on talking about Guru. The list is as big as the planet Jupiter. Let me also take some time to actually discuss on the tattva of the Rashi Tula, where Jupiter has currently placed. Tula Rashi is the 7th house of Kalapurusha. The 7th house signifies partnership and business. Tula is a mobile Rashi. It's ruled by Venus. While Shukra is actually an Asura's Guru, and the Deva Guru has entered into the Asura's house, but Shukra doesn't consider Jupiter as an enemy, and hence the tendency is protected for the next 1 year. Jupiter is talking about Jupiter transit. We should also look at the position of Saturn as we speak now. Saturn is in Vrishchika Rashi and is headed towards Dhanush. While Saturn settled in Dhanush for a while in the month of November, it took a backward movement into Scorpio for a while and now headed towards Dhanush. So for all practical reasons, for Jupiter transit 2017, we will consider that Saturn is in Dhanush. On October 26th, Saturn is actually getting into Dhanush. So for a major portion, for the next 2.5 years, Saturn is going to be tenanted in Dhanush Rashi, in Jupiter's house. So we will have to do a mix and match of the placement of Jupiter and also Saturn in your respective charts. Also, what we will do is, we will look at the Ashtaka Varga scores and the Sarva Ashtaka Varga scores, Bin Ashtaka Varga scores of each of these planets in respective horoscopes. If you do not know what it is, what I'm talking about, look at Jagannath Hora. It's a free tool that is available, developed by Narasimha Rao. It is fantastic tool. It's absolutely free. You can download it in your mobile and your desktop. So please download it. You will get the planetary positions at the time of birth, which is your D1 chart, and all the divisional charts are available. The Sarva Ashtaka Varga scores are also available. The Bin Ashtaka Varga scores are also available. So you just have to look at it, mix and match with whatever readings I'm talking about. It's easy to decipher your horoscope yourself. You don't need at Makara, Kumbha and Meena Rashi. Let's start with Makara Rashi. Alright, I've just pulled up the chart for Makara Rashi. How do you know that your Rashi is Makara? If in your birth chart, if moon is placed out here in this box, then your Rashi is Makara. Alternatively, if your birth nakshatra is Uttarabhadra, second, third or fourth pada, Shravana nakshatra, or Dhanishta first and the second pada, then your Rashi is Makara. What is Makara Rashi? Makara Rashi is the 10th house of the Kala Purusha. So Kala Purusha starts from here. So if you start counting from here, 12th, 11th, 10th from the Kala Purusha. Where is Jupiter placed? Jupiter is placed from your moon sign. If you start counting, Jupiter is placed in the 10th house. So it's a 10 and a 10 combination. And where is Saturn? Saturn is placed in the 12th house. Your Saturn is your Rashi Lord and also your second house Lord. Right? Now, what is 10th? 10th house is the house of profession, service, karma sthana, and Saturn is none but the karma karaka. Right? Saturn being in the Virayasthana and Jupiter being in the karma sthana, and Jupiter also owning the 3rd lord and the 12th lordship. If you see, Dhanush lord is none other than Jupiter, right? And sitting in the 10th house, which means 12th lord in the 10th house. Virayadipati in the 10th house. Bhagyadipati in the 10th house. Karmadipati in Virayasthana. 10th house is also 7th from the 4th house. 4th house is for mother, 4th house is for real estate, education. So exact Markasthana of the 4th house is the 10th house. The factors related to 4th house can get affected. Also 10th house is the 6th from the 5th house. If you start counting from the 5th house, it is 6th from the 5th house. And 5th house is for children. The children's health is seen here. Right? So astrology is so beautiful that just by the placement of the planets in various houses, you can actually mix and match not only your chart, but also it can also get into your ancestors' chart. It can also get into your own family, your father, mother, children, sisters, kids, sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Just in this chart, you can actually decipher all of them here. It's so beautiful. Now coming back to the subject, I just deviated a bit. I'm sorry about that. This combination for Makara is not so desired, but I just don't want to scare the Makara Rashi folks. This combination can lead to a lot of, I would say, travel due to profession related needs, which can give rise to some expenditure. Also it can also take you away from your family, because 4th house is your Sukhasthana, mother, children is seen here. It can give rise to a lot of tension for your kids, or kids can suffer from health related issues. They might miss you because of the travel. So this, and also Saturn in the 12th from your moon sign, the beginning of Sadisati has begun. However, Saturn is your Rashi Lord. Right, so a lot of negativity can get arrested. Look at the lordship of Thula in your specific chart and the lordship of Jupiter in your specific chart from your Lagna. That will give you a hint about how exactly they can play in your specific chart, right? Because this combination of Makara, whatever I'm talking about, actually 1/12 of the entire population in the world can go through whatever I said. But honestly speaking, when you get into the details of your specific unique horoscope, a lot of things will change depending upon your Lagna, depending upon your Ashtaka Varga scores. Because look at the Bindu point Saturn has given here in Dhanush. Open Jagannath Hora, Saturn would have given you a specific Bindu point here. If it is more than 3, you don't have to worry about too much. Similarly, look at the Bindu point that Jupiter has given in Tula. If it is more than 3, you don't have to worry much. So astrology is just about a technique which you need to use. If there is too much of rains, then you sit at home or you just wear a raincoat and then walk down the streets, right? So similarly, if there is too much of storm that is expected, just become aware of it and take baby steps, not trying to not hurt yourself more. Alright, now let's talk about Viparita Veda for the Makara Rashi folks. Jupiter How exactly it works? Is it going to be troublesome for the entire 1 year period? No. There are some relief periods seen, and these are caused by certain planets which is transiting in Virgo. These energies will nullify some of the negative effects of Jupiter. So what are these periods? I've just made note of it. I'll just read it out. For example, you look at in the month of October, Mercury is transiting in Virgo. In the month of November 2017, Mars is transiting in Virgo, and Mars signifies co-bonds, brothers, blood relationships. Mars signifies blood, so blood relationships are seen, to help you in the month of November. Then in the month of August 2018, Venus is transiting in Virgo. Venusian characters can get you relief. So these are some periods which you can make note of to fulfill your desires, right? Now, what about Saturn? Saturn right now is sitting in your Virayasthana, right? Any planet which is transiting in Pisces, which is your third house from your moon sign, those periods will give you a bit of a relief. So which are these periods? Please note it down. Venus is transiting in the month of March 2018. Mercury is also transiting in Pisces in the month of March 2018, and Mercury goes retro for some time, then direct for some time. So all the way till May 2018, Mercury is sitting out there. So these two energies can bring you a lot of relief. Thanks. Alright, so we have the chart for Kumbha here. How do you know that your Rashi is Kumbha? If in your birth chart, if your moon is posited out here, then your Rashi is Kumbha. Alternatively, if your birth chart is Dhanishta, 3rd or 4th pada, Sadabhisha, or Purva Bhadra, 1st, 2nd and 3rd pada, then your Rashi is Kumbha. Where is Jupiter for Kumbha folks? Jupiter is in the 9th house, in the Bhagyasthana, because 9th house represents Bhagya, and Jupiter is the Bhagyadipati as per the Kala Purusha, because Jupiter is the 9th lord as per the Kala Purusha chart. So the Bhagyadipati is sitting in the Bhagyasthana. It's a wonderful combination, triggering Guru Pala. Also, if you see, Saturn is in the 11th house. Saturn actually performs very well in 3 houses, which is 3rd, 6th and 11th house. So this is a fantastic combination. And Kumbha itself is the 11th house in the Kala Purusha, which is the Dhanasthana. 11th house is a house of desires. 11th house is a house of awards. 11th house is your network circle, bigger network circle, your elders in the family, Dhana, honor. So any planet in the 11th house will give you very good results, right? I'm actually taken aback by this combination, because I don't know when in the universe this combination was there, where for Kumbha, Jupiter in the 9th and Saturn in the 11th, it's one of the rarest combination that you can get, and you couldn't ask for more. Fantastic combination. Jupiter being the 9th, aspecting your 5th house, aspecting your 3rd house, and also aspecting your moon sign. Couldn't ask for more, because this house, this 5th house, a house of wealth, house of children, a house of higher education, progeny, overall wellness, dhana, sukha, everything, Purva Punyasthana, everything is going to be blessed both by Jupiter by the 9th aspect and Saturn by the 7th aspect. So you will see wonderful results even by taking the smallest of the steps. If you take, you will see wonderful results. It's a one of the rarest combination that I'm seeing. Make hay while the sun shines, and all the best, folks. Please do write to me with your experience, with your unique chart. I'd like to see this much in detail. If you can share your date of birth, time of birth and place of birth, and if you're your Kumbha Rashi, I would be happy to really understand this better, because this is one of the rarest combination, probably once in 5 decades. Yeah, so make hay while the sun shines, and good luck, folks. This is one of the best period probably in your lifetime. It's a wonderful combination, one of the rarest combination that's happening, especially Kumbha Rashi folks. You've been waiting for quite some time. The wait is over. It's time to fulfill your desires. Have fun. Now let's move on to Meena Rashi.
Alright, I've just pulled the chart for Meena Rashi. How do you know that you're Meena Rashi? If in your birth chart, if your moon is posited out here, then you belong to Meena Rashi. Otherwise, if your nakshatra is Purvabhadra, Utpada, Uttarabhadra or Revati, then you belong to Meena Rashi. Now, Meena's lord is Jupiter, right? And Meena is the 12th house of Kala Purusha. The Kala Purusha starts from here, and Meena is 12th from the Kala Purusha, ruled by Jupiter. Venus exalts out here, it's a moksha sthana. 12th house for expenses, 12th house is for basically where you completely flush out your energy, and this energy could be in the form of money, the energy could be in the form of time, it could be in the form of health. So anything that gets flushed out is 12th house, right? And what is 8th house? 8th house is Dusthana. 8th house is for accidents. 8th house, Mangalistana is seen in 8th house. 8th house has also got positive aspects to it. 8th house is a house of research. 8th house is a house of occult science. I've seen a lot of astrologers with a strong 8th house. I've seen people who are doing research, working in R&D departments. They all have a strong 8th house. 8th house is a house of hard work. Even research means that you need to put in a lot of effort, right? So it means you need to put in a lot of hard work and efforts, and only then you'll be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's 8th house, right? Jupiter in the 8th, what does it mean? Now 8th house is for accidents and health related issues, or even surgery seen in 8th house. And Jupiter is a phlegmatic planet. Jupiter rules the liver. Jupiter rules the fat cells in the body. Jupiter also denotes expansion of certain tumor cells, right? So if you marry these two Karakatavas, and while Jupiter in the 8th house is aspecting the 12th house of hospitalization, if you marry all of this, little bit of health related problems is bound to occur in this particular combination, and hence it's better that you take care of your health during this time for the next 1 year. Get into a good fitness regime, and that will largely protect you from this negative effects of Jupiter in the 8th house. It's time for you to also renew your medical insurance. It's time to become aware of this position, and that will largely protect you. Where is Saturn? Saturn is in the 10th house, and this also can cause a little bit of trouble, because from the 10th house Saturn is aspecting the 12th house. So both Saturn and Jupiter are aspecting the 12th house, which is a house of expenditure, house of hospitalization, house of travel. So your 8 and 12 has got triggered. So bit of a caution is required for the next 1 year. And after 2.5 years, Saturn will get into this position, so that will largely kind of take care. But for the next 1 year, it's essential that you become aware of this position and move on. Thank you.
Alright, with that we come to the end of Jupiter Transit Series 2017. I really enjoyed making this video for you. I hope you enjoyed watching it as well. Please do leave your comments in the feedback session. I'll be happy to answer them. I'll take leave now and see you soon. Good luck. Bye-bye.